From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, December 15th, 2018. Silver is trading at $14.57 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,238 per ounce. Zen is trading at $4, and the average price of Bitcoin is $3,193. Antiwar.com reports a major last-minute deal in the Yemen talks in Sweden with a ceasefire in and around Hodeidah. That ceasefire is already under threat, however, with locals reporting gunfire in the suburbs outside the city and at least 2 Saudi airstrikes in the same area. Details on what sort of fighting was going on is unclear, but so far the agreed-upon withdrawal of combatants has not begun in earnest. The UN envoy, who was key in brokering the deal, is urging the UN to get monitors there as soon as possible. The deal was intended to get all combatants from both sides out of the city in 21 days. There's still plenty of time, obviously, to accomplish that, though after previous ceasefires quickly collapsed, both are very hesitant to act first in pulling back. Neither side is talking about what happened in the skirmish, however. That's particularly interesting as neither side tried to blame the other. The presence of UN monitors would hopefully reduce the chances rank-and-file fighters would think they could get away with firing a few shots. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. You can join the Fans program for as little as $1 per month through Patreon and get perks like ad-free versions of FPP Radio News and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. That's fans.fppradio.com. UPI reports General Motors announced on Friday it has 2,700 jobs available in other facilities to accommodate workers in plants that will soon be closing. About 1,100 hourly workers have already volunteered to transfer to other plants, according to the company. In November, GM announced the closure of 4 manufacturing facilities in the United States and 1 in Canada by the end of 2019. The plan will leave about 14,000 union workers and salaried employees without jobs. GM said 8 plants in Indiana, Michigan, Kentucky, Ohio, Tennessee, and Texas were identified Friday as facilities in need of more employees. Any transferring workers would have tuition assistance and training opportunities available to them. The company added it has initiated efforts along with its dealers, local colleges, and other employers to train and help secure jobs for impacted workers in the Oshawa assembly plant in Canada who are interested. Of those whose jobs will be cut, about 1,200 are eligible to retire. The downsizing plan was viewed by some as a necessary step in remaining competitive in a rapidly changing industry. It also received criticism from President Donald Trump, union leaders, and politicians in areas affected by the closures. Zencash has changed their name to Horizon to better represent their transition from a cryptocurrency to a pioneering platform that protects consumer data. They're working towards the day when anyone will be able to build privacy-based applications on the Horizon platform and generate income from them. This will allow Horizon to bring thousands of real-life services to the community, services that provide freedom, utility, and privacy. Learn more at horizon.global and join the Horizon community, HORIZEN.global. Reuters reports a U.S. federal judge in Texas ruled on Friday that the Patient Protection Affordable Care Act, commonly known as Obamacare, is unconstitutional, a decision that will likely be appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. District Judge Reed O'Connor in Fort Worth agreed with a coalition of 20 states that a change in tax law last year eliminating a penalty for not having health insurance invalidated the entire law. O'Connor's decision was issued the day before the end of a 45-day sign-up period for 2019 health coverage under the law. About 11.8 million consumers nationwide enrolled in 2018 Obamacare exchange plans, according to the U.S. Government Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services. The coalition of states challenging the law was led by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and Wisconsin Attorney General Brad Schimel, both Republicans. Republicans have opposed the 2010 law since its inception and have repeatedly tried and failed to repeal it. The White House held Friday's ruling but said the law would remain in place pending its expected appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. In June, the DOJ declared the healthcare law's individual mandate unconstitutional in federal court. The decision was a break with a long-standing executive branch practice of defending existing statutes in court. A year ago, Trump signed a $1.5 trillion tax bill that included a provision eliminating the individual mandate. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.